Welcome to Erika's Best, where I will bring you the best of the best and more. Today I am making for you the most amazing cinnamon rolls you have ever tasted. They're soft, they're pillowy, they're luscious. So let's get right to it. Before I say that, I want to say that this recipe is a subscriber's request. So if you would like for me to make something for you, put it in the comment section below. And please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and share it with your friends. So here we have our recipe. Now, for this recipe, no mixer is required, no special tools except for a heavy pot. You want a pot that has some heavy weight to it because that kind of a pot is going to hold the heat. And that's what we want to do because everything, all of the mixing, all the rising, everything happens in this pot. So in this pot, I have a half a cup of melted butter. In this, I'm going to add 1 cup of cold milk. And I'm also going to add 8 tablespoons of sugar. Give that a little mix. And you want your butter, you want to heat it till the pan is just hot and the butter is able to melt, because we don't want the pan to be too hot and we don't want the ingredients to be too hot, because we are going to be putting our eggs in here and we don't want our eggs to scramble. So I know back in high school they used to have these cinnamon rolls. They didn't have them every day, but they had them for like our first little recess, if you want to say, for high school. I forget what it's called. I think it's called nutrition. And they would have these cinnamon rolls. They were so delicious. They didn't even need the cream cheese icing that everybody is used to having on their cinnamon rolls now. They were just a pillowy soft dough with a little bit of cinnamon and sugar, and then they baked it in like a butter and cinnamon, and then they flip them over and they serve them to you with that butter and sugar part on the top. And they were absolutely amazing. I still remember those even today. I couldn't wait to save my little $1.50 to go buy my cinnamon roll. And to make sure I got there fast so they didn't run out, because that would happen too. So now I'm gonna crack my eggs into here and mix my eggs in here with the milk. Break that up. The recipe for this cinnamon roll will be in the description box, so no need to worry if I'm talking too fast or if you missed how much of an ingredient I used. You can find the ingredients in the description box below. So now I'm going to add in my yeast. And that was 4 teaspoons of yeast. I'm just going to give this a little mix. And the beauty of this is that it all happens in one pot. And I don't have to worry about getting out my stand mixer, even though I don't mind. The stand mixer is not needed for this particular recipe. All you need is a heavy bottom pot and a wooden spoon. So this is what your mixture should look like before you put the top on it, because you have to let this yeast bloom for a few minutes, like 10 minutes, and then we'll come back to it. But this is what it should look like. Your eggs don't have to be completely blended, but just mixed enough where you don't see the egg yellow anymore. And then we're gonna put the top on it and let it rest for 10 minutes. Okay, so so now it has been 10 minutes. Our yeast is blooming. It's bubbly, as you can see. It's nice and bubbly. That's what you're looking for. A nice bubble, and the smell is very yeasty. So you should have a full yeast smell, plus it should be nice and foamy like this. By now your pan has cooled down substantially. And so now I'm going to add in my flour. This is 3 cups of regular all-purpose flour, and I have a teaspoon of salt. I have a teaspoon of salt, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna add all that in. I did reserve a half a cup of flour over here, just so while I'm rolling the dough out, that the dough doesn't stick, because this is a very sticky dough, which adds to the softness and pillowiness and the lusciousness of this cinnamon roll recipe. So I hope you will try it, because it's super easy. Super, super easy to make. All your ingredients are nicely mixed together. Now this time, before I told you didn't have to worry about the eggs still not being completely mixed in. This time you want to make sure all the ingredients are all mixed in very well. Just want to stir it in really well. Make sure it's all stirred in. You get everything in it. You scrape the bowl and get everything in it. And this is what your bread dough should start to look like. This is the bread part of the cinnamon roll. It should look very sticky, very wet. And that's going to add into how soft and pillowy these cinnamon rolls will be. So for the person who asked me to make these for you, thank you. I've been wanting to make some cinnamon rolls, but I just haven't taken the time to do it. But since you asked, I'm taking the time. So again, if there's a recipe that you want to see, I encourage you to please let me know what it is, and I will do my best to find that recipe if I don't already have a recipe for it, and to make that recipe for you. You want it to look nice and combined and well incorporated. You don't want it to have that same look that looks like it's kind of a rough mix, so it doesn't look nice and smooth. See how this is looking nice and smooth and stretchy? You can see that the gluten is already developing because it's stretching like this, and that's what you want to see. A nice smooth consistency, and then leave it for an hour, and it should double in size, and then we will be ready to roll it out and make our luscious cinnamon rolls. So I'll see you in an hour. Okay, welcome back to Erika's Best. As you can see, our dough has risen, it has doubled, and this is what it should look like in your pan when it has doubled. Okay, so now I'm gonna get it out of the pan. I'm going to deflate it, and then we will roll it out and get our luscious cinnamon filling in it. Okay, we have all of our dough out of the pan, and we want to generously put flour on our board because Like I told you before, it is a very sticky dough, but it is a soft dough, so I may not need my rolling pin to roll out the dough. It's a very soft dough. So you just want to roll it out. Roll it out. You have a nice rectangle. I am going to use my rolling pin a little bit just to make it a little easier and faster. So anyway, I like making cinnamon rolls, and they're so easy. I know sometimes people think things are, oh, it's so hard, and, you know, it's a hard recipe, and you know, you don't want to take the time. You'd rather just go to Cinnabon and get you a cinnamon roll. But for the cost of one cinnamon bun or cinnamon roll at Cinnabon, you can make a whole batch of cinnamon rolls for one cinnamon roll. And so you decide, do you want to make your own homemade ones, or do you want to go to Cinnabon and, you know, pay that outrageous fee that they charge? Even though they're good, don't get me wrong, I do pay that outrageous fee from time to time because they are delicious and it's convenient. In the mall, that cinnamony smell just calls you. And so I have, on occasion, bought one. But sometimes, you know, you can just make your own. And it's okay, you know, to make your own. So I'm just gonna flip my board around a little bit so so I can get a better handle on my dough. So here is what our dough looks like all rolled out. And now I'm gonna take my cinnamon filling, which is one half cup of butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, and a tablespoon and a half of ground cinnamon. So I'm just gonna spread that all around using my little palette knife here. You can use a regular knife. You can use your hands. You don't need to use anything. No special equipment is required for this recipe. That's the beauty of this recipe, is that, you know, you don't need any special equipment. You use what you have. You know, if you have a pan, even if it's not a heavy bottom pan, if it's a pan, you get all your ingredients together and you work fast, then you don't even need a heavy bottom pan. I like the heavy bottom pan because as I'm organizing all of my ingredients, my pan is still warm. Even once I put the cold milk in, the cold eggs in, my milk and eggs and butter is still warm. So when I add my yeast in there, it's activated, it's blooming, it's doing what it's supposed to do. And so then I have a nice dough. But if you don't have a heavy bottom pan, use whatever pan you have and just work a little faster. You know, just work a little faster. It does help if it has a top, but if you don't have a top, put some foil on top of it. Put some plastic wrap on top of it. Don't worry about, you know, not having a specific tool or a specific thing that I'm using. Don't worry about that. Use what you have, and it will be just fine. So I'm gonna finish spreading this all out, and then we're going to roll it up, and then we're going to bake them. So give me a few minutes while I get this all rolled out. Okay, so this is what your dough should look like once you have all of your filling spread on there. And then we're gonna roll it up. We're gonna roll it nice and tight. Start this in. We're gonna roll it over and make sure when you're rolling it that if you have a patch of flour, you kind of rub that flour off, because you don't want to get too much flour. That can create a little pocket of flour inside your cinnamon roll. You don't want that. your dough should look like this side. That was my mistake. But mistakes happen, and you can just see your mistake and fix it next time. Next time, I'll make sure I get all the flour off before I start rolling. Keep rolling it. Keep rolling it. Keep rolling it. Now, the seam should be on the bottom. And now we're going to cut it. Okay, so now I am going to cut this and evenly cutting them. You want them to be as even as possible so that they can bake evenly. So I normally try to start with half, eyeball it, cut half, and then cut half again. And then cut half. These are quite large cinnamon rolls. You can make yours however large you like. I generously greased my baking dish. They should look like in your pan, and you're just gonna put a towel over the top of them and let them rise for about 30 to 45 minutes. Once they have risen for about 30 minutes, check them and see if they've puffed up enough. If not, let them rise for another 10 or 15 minutes, and while they're rising, turn your oven on to 350 degrees so that the oven can start preheating. So right now we are going to wait while they go through their second proofing, and then we're going to get our oven ready, and then we'll bake these, and then I'll show you how to make the cream cheese glaze for the topping. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, we are back, and our cinnamon rolls have risen and they have proofed. You see how they bounce back, slowly returning back. If you push it and it comes back slowly like that, you know that it has proofed long enough. Now we are going to bake these in a 350 degree oven for about 30 minutes. I'm going to check them if they're golden brown, and then I'm going to take them out and let you see what they look like. So I'm gonna go put these in the oven, and I'll see you when they come out of there. Okay, we're back. Our cinnamon rolls are out of the oven, and I am just putting a nice cream cheese glaze on them. I let them cool for a minute before I started putting the glaze on them. And I'm just gonna put all this luscious cream cheese icing all over the top, all over. You know, we don't want to save any left in the bowl. We want to get it all out. All of it on here. Alrighty. Now I'm going to take one out so we can see what one looks like. Golden, delicious, melt in your mouth. Absolutely delicious, fluffy, luscious cinnamon rolls. There's nothing like a hot cinnamon roll. It's so delicious. It tastes just like those ones that come from Cinnabon. They're so delicious. So soft and cinnamony. If you can grind your own cinnamon, that is going to make it 10 times more cinnamony, because that's what I did. And these are absolutely delicious. I hope you try them. Please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. This is Erika from Erika's Best. God bless you. Have a blessed rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Please leave me some comments, and please share and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Bye for now.